La Luna is the animated short from Pixar by Enrico Casarosa, who also directed Luca this weekend. So I thought it would be an appropriate time to review La Luna. Now, La Luna, if you don't remember it, has no dialogue in it. They kind of mumble. They might be speaking in Italian under the mumbling, but I couldn't really make it out, so I don't know if you can understand that. However, basically about a father, a grandfather, and a son, which actually are credited anytime I find a thing as kid, dad, and grandpa, as Bambino, Papa, and Nonno, I believe. You just see them in a boat. They're kind of deciding what to do. You think they might be fishing or something, and then the moon comes down to them, basically, and they take kind of glass stars off the moon and clean it up. It's a nice little short, and it's actually pretty cute. It's very surreal and weird. It actually reminds me a lot of Windsor McKay, and it kind of has this wonderful like dads going on a usual traditional fishing trip kind of vibe to it, which I actually quite enjoyed. It's actually a really good Father's Day little short, actually, interestingly enough. It was placed before Brave and was actually nominated for Best Animated Short. It did not win, and it's actually celebrating its 9th anniversary this week. It's a nice little trip, and I do like it reminded me of like kind of a little short, like the Windsor McKay stuff when he was making animated shorts. Like a quick little thing. It's nice, it's sweet. They clean up the moon and they go away. And I think when I'm reviewing more of these animated shorts, I'm kind of realizing like some of them are just like, that's a nice little trip. It's kind of weird. Like, why are the stars glass? Why are they cleaning it up? Just like kind of a nice quick little thing there. Now, I actually found out La Luna is Italian for the moon, which I didn't know. The director was born in Italy. Apparently the plot was inspired by his own childhood and tales by Antonio de Saint-Exupéry, I think, and Italio Calvino, and his style comes from Hayao Miyazaki. La Luna by the Italian cartoonist Cosovaldo Calvadal, I believe. Which you can tell it's like sort of like a different European style. I just like the kind of overall vibe of it. It's just sort of a nice, relaxing short. It has a Michael Giacchino score to it. You just see them kind of clean up the moon together, come together, do this thing. Both the grandfather and father are very critical of one another. I remember at the time being sort of underwhelmed by it. Maybe it's because I wasn't super excited to see Brave. Well, I was hoping Brave would be better than it was. Brave actually has a great little short about its prequel short, which I watched recently, was actually pretty good. But this is just a nice, relaxing short. If you're needing to calm down before bedtime, it's just a nice idea of like people cleaning up the moon so it can look nice in the sky. And that's just a wonderful little feeling. I think it shows that you can tell this director, he said he's very influenced by Italian cinema. You can tell that from Luca. You can tell that from this also. It's just like, I think oftentimes with Italian cinema, it's more about this idea of like taking something and making it more surreal. Fellini, for example, I think it sort of reminds me actually a bit of like the idea of Fellini. Like you go into this world and like it represents more. It definitely represents like something about his childhood with his father and his grandfather, but it also is just a nice little moon story, and it just helps you relax. It reminds you of the past while also giving you kind of a nice bedtime story. And I think like there's nothing better to think of the moon when thinking of just relaxing and drifting off into your dreams while you clean up some glass stars for some reason.